Hello and welcome to another Adventures with Alchemy. I'm your host, Christian Diaz, and today we're going to be talking about non-alcoholic drinks. You ever go out and for some reason or another, or even host a party where for some reason or another you're just not drinking? It could be because maybe we have a little bun in the oven, or it could be because we just don't feel like drinking, or it could be some other reason, but you know, you don't want to look like the odd man out and everybody else is partying and you know, you just have a glass of water. So let me show you a few drinks that you can make at home that are fun, that will be eye appealing and tasty at the same time, okay? We're going to go over some ingredients that maybe you may not be familiar with. We're going to blend a few flavors maybe you never thought would blend together, and yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun. So stay tuned, and yeah, let's do this. We're going to begin with what we call Galactic Tea. Galactic Tea is basically a tea made with butterfly pea flower. It's a tea that's steeped with this flower and a little bit of lemonade. So it's kind of like an Arnold Palmer. We're going to do a splash of carbonated grape juice, so like a grape soda. And yeah, it's really pretty because it starts off one color, then changes another color. Real simple. Get yourself some ice, put it in a glass, get yourself some butterfly pea flower flowers, and steep them in some hot water. Then strain out the flowers. For your lemonade, you want to do half a cup of fresh squeezed lemon juice and a quarter cup of sugar. If you like it more sweet, then bump it up to a half a cup. Half a cup to a half a cup is quite a bit, but hey, however you like it. And then I add water. I add a whole cup of water to a half cup. So strong, sour, sweet, perfect. So the first thing you want to do, start with your butterfly tea. Now, isn't that pretty? Beautiful blue. Take your lemonade and watch it change color. Isn't that cool? And then last but not least, we're going to top it off with some carbonated grape juice. Now, this drink is popular with the kids, it's popular with adults. You can put booze in it if you want to, or you can just serve it just like this. It's refreshing, it's delicious. And I've read that butterfly pea tea is actually good for you. So I don't know if that's true or not, so don't quote me on that. And then go ahead and get yourself a nice little decoration that will go well with your drink. I like oranges, I think they're great, but a nice little lemon or whatever will work fine. Berries is also nice. And yeah, here you go. This is our first of our few non-alcoholic drinks. This is our Galactic Tea. That's really good. You gotta have good lemonade for this, but yeah, sweet, sour. The tea itself just adds a nice little kind of just kind of like an herbaceous taste, kind of a grassy, earthy. The grape soda really gives it character. It almost gives it almost a candy-ish taste. It's nice because you have the sweetness, and then you have your lemonade, and then of course the pea flower. It just comes out really, really good. So refreshing. If you really want to kick it up a notch, just do that. Oh my goodness. Cheers. Okay, for drink number 2, we're going to be doing a milk punch. Now the milk punch we're going to make today is non-alcoholic, but it's fantastic with rum or cognac or whatever you like. Especially some good like Giffard banana with some nice rum or something of that nature. So yeah, but by itself it is delicious, and it just requires a little TLC in your banana syrup. This delicious stuff we have right here. For the banana syrup, what I did was I took some fresh bananas, cut them down the middle, put them in a pan, and then put about a cup of sugar over the top of the bananas and let it sit for a good 20 minutes and just let it absorb into the bananas, creating almost like an oleosaccharum. And you scrape off the bananas, and in the meantime, of course, you take a bag of a cup of sugar, another cup of sugar, put it in a bag, and take some vanilla beans, slice them down the middle, and with a blade, scrape the inside, and take all the vanilla bean shell and the insides and mix it into that cup of sugar in that bag and let it infuse on the side while the sugar in the pan with the bananas are also infusing. So now what you do is you take all that sugar, you put it together in the pan, take about 500 milliliters of water and add it into the pan, heat it up until it gets to around an all-in-off consistency. Let it cool and then strain it out. Now I strained it out twice, and when you're done you should get a lovely, almost like a caramel color type of banana syrup, and it's fantastic. Next you're gonna need some chai tea. Just get your favorite chai tea, brew it in some water, steep it in some water, and yeah, that's it. So, well, just a little bit of ice. We're gonna take some tea here. One and a half ounces of banana syrup, and then just top it off with your milk. Almond milk, regular milk, whatever you like, it all works. Alright, so just give it a good little mix. Spiced is a good word for it. You definitely taste the cinnamon. The banana's there. It's milky, but not too milky. And of course the tea, the chai tea, is the star. So you get all those delicious spices from the chai, and then the banana just kind of sneaks into the party and makes things interesting. So yeah, man, I highly recommend this one, especially if you want to do something different. I mean, you know, we all know about the fruity and the sour and all that stuff, but this is something different altogether. You could even whip this up as a frappuccino and it'd be fantastic. This would also be very good with, say, a little gin infused with tea and maybe a little chartreuse or something. I don't know. There's just a lot you could do with this. I would go with maybe like a little tea infused gin with maybe some maybe a little bit of Bailey's or some Mr. Coffee or something. I don't know. There's just so much to think about. And in the meantime, I'm gonna think about it while I drink this. Cheers. So for our final drink, we're gonna do one of my personal favorite non-alcoholic and alcoholic drinks. It's called the Cherry Coco Chabang. This is a very easy drink. It's for both alcoholic and non-alcoholic. It's really nice because it's like a caipirinha, except of course there's no booze. It has coconut, it has cherry, and usually you could do a float of Sprite. In this case, we're going to use ginger ale. You could do any kind of white soda, or you can even do club soda if you don't want it to be so sweet. So the first thing we're going to do is our mise en place. Take one lime, cut off the ends, cut it into fourths. So you should have something that looks like this. You should have these nice little quarter pieces. Okay, one lime. You're going to need roughly an ounce, maybe slightly less, of some nice cherry syrup. What I did was I just took some black cherry juice and I reduced it with sugar, and I added some citric acid to it to give it some bite, little tang. It's really nice, really nice. If you don't have this, just get some Luxardo syrup. It's fine. Or even some good pomegranate syrup. You know, some good grenadine, not the cheap stuff. Get the good stuff. And of course, last but not least, you're going to need a quality coconut syrup. Okay, cream of coconut to be exact. So either some good Coco Lopez or some Real. I love Real. They do great syrups and purees and creams of coconuts. So please, if you want a good quality puree or syrup, look for these guys. All right, easy squeeze bottle, real nice. People think it's mayonnaise. It's great. When I use this in the bar, I tell people I'm putting mayo in their drink. It's fantastic, the reactions I get. So, drinking vessel. Next, you have your shaker and a muddler. So the first thing you're gonna do is take your limes, put them into your shaker. Go ahead and muddle. Now when I say muddle, that doesn't mean press down as hard as you can until they're flattened and you know they're pancakes in there. No, what you want is to just press down on the lime so the juice comes out and nothing more. You press too much, you're gonna get the rind and the pith in there, and it's gonna get bitter and not good. So just enough to get the juice out. A little push and twist, a little push and twist. That's all. That's all you need. Now, we have our limes in here. Shaky, shaky, shaky your coconut cream. Pour about a good 1.5 ounces in there. Next, we're gonna get some crushed ice. Take your crushed ice, about a cup, pour it on in. Next, you're gonna take your ginger ale or your Sprite, and you are going to pour some in. Just pour about 2 ounces, maybe 3 ounces at most. You are not, I repeat, you are not going to shake this. You are going to gently pour it into one and then pour it into the other and go back and forth. Basically, you want to do it until it no longer looks like syrup and cream. You want it to look like a drink. Now, go back and forth as many times as you need to until this drink looks the way it's supposed to look, which is like this. It should look like a drink. It should look like a milky, crushed ice, frosty, limey, just calling out to you in wonderful happiness. Please drink me. That's what it should look like. So once your shaker's about this much liquid, nice and drink ready to go, give it one more. Good. And from here, you want to roll the drink into your vessel. Isn't that pretty? Now, you don't need to add simple syrup. You don't need to add any more syrups to this. This is already going to be sweet enough, especially if you're using Sprite or Mountain Dew or something like that. I like ginger ale. Ginger ale is sweet, but it has a little bit of ginger bite to it, so it's nice. I'm going to just top it off here, just to give it a little space. And then we're going to top it off with our cherry syrup. Pretty, it's delicious. You'll see it kind of bleed into the drink, which makes it really pretty nice little effect. This is a nice, refreshing, friendly, tropical, vibrant cocktail. I should say mocktail. It's a non-alcoholic drink, but it is great with rum. You can put some coconut rum in there. You can put some white rum in there. You can put vodka in there, whatever you want. It would still be delicious. It's refreshing. You can drink it on a beautiful day, on a sunny day next to the pool, on the beach, at your favorite tiki bar. You know, this is wonderful, and this is also great for people who don't drink very often. It's very friendly. It's very how can I say this? It's very smooth. So most of the time you won't even taste the booze that's in there, even if you load it up. So yeah, you could have fun. And if you don't like all the limes in there, just strain it over fresh ice. And if you want to take it even a step further, flash blend it in the blender for 5 seconds. All right, so a lot of things you can do. These little mugs here are cool. You know, they're like little mason jars, and they have a little straw hole right there. So, thank you. I'm gonna take my straw here, and we're just gonna cheers, guys. We'll go have a seat by the pool now and enjoy. Sour, sweet, cherry, refreshing, got the fizz. It's perfect. It's perfect. The kids will love it. The adults will love it. You can do a big giant batch of this, and then you can split it in half and pour booze in one for the adults and one, just leave one alone for the kids, and you just appease the entire party. There you go. Guys, before we wrap it up, I just want to say, please take the time to share these videos with your friends. Please help us get more subscribers and likes and comments, as that means the world to us. The more people supporting us, the better job we can do. Any comments or tips or advice you have for us, we will love to take. We love to hear it. We love to read it. And yeah, so please, let's keep this thing going. We're having a great time doing it. And I wish you all a very, very happy week. Aloha, mahalo, cheers.